Got another email for you guys. Let's go. What's going on, guys? Chris Teutsch here, hustling for happiness. Late night over here, but we're still getting the work done because that's what we do. So let's dive into this email, all right? Hey, Chris, what's going on? So my issue deals with giving. I feel I give so much of myself and so much of my time to people, friends, and my job, but I feel I'm taken advantage of. Do you ever feel that way? What is your advice and your take on it? Cameron, Boston, Massachusetts. Cameron, okay, bud, first off, thanks for writing in. I really appreciate it. And then also, yes, like I have totally felt this way. I'm a very giving person. I'm a very kind person, and for the longest time, that would bother the hell out of me because I would get walked on by a lot of people. My kindness would get taken advantage of, and it's never a good feeling. It used to really bother me. Here's the thing, there were a couple tweaks that I did in terms of my approach and my thinking when these situations took place and when they do take place. So that's what I'm going to do to you, and that's what I'm hopefully going to help accomplish in this video for you, Cameron. Okay, so first and foremost, you can't control what other people are going to do. So don't even worry about that, and don't even focus on that of when you're taken advantage of or when you're not taken advantage of. Like, don't even focus on that. Giving, okay? One of the most beautiful things that life has to offer, one of the most beautiful things that we as humans can do to other humans, and that's just to give. Giving is wonderful. It is fantastic, and it sets you apart because most people in this world are takers, and they're thinking about how they can get things, what they can get from you, from other people, from life, from situations. So if you can give, that is one of the highest ideals on the planet, So if you are going to give because it makes you feel good, because you like giving and it makes you feel good. That's it. You cannot give with expectation, So, most people know about the law of reciprocity. What you give, you get back. Doesn't necessarily work with people directly, just because I help somebody move out of their apartment, let's say, it doesn't mean that they're going to treat me to dinner, However, the universe is a giving place. So when you help that friend move out of that apartment, maybe you get a raise at work. You know what I'm saying? That's the law of reciprocity. What you give, you get in return. However, like I said before, you cannot give with any expectation whatsoever. Don't give just to get. That's like an ulterior motive, and that's not genuine. So you don't want to do that. The other thing, too, that you mentioned, because it feels like, with your job, at least from what I gather from the email, it feels like that you want to pull back on how much you're giving because you're not getting, so that's not fully giving, right? So the second point that I wanted to make here, you want to develop the habit of doing more than what you're paid for. And anything that your name is attached to, you want to give 100% fully every single time out of the gate. The reason being is because your name, your reputation, your accountability is all attached to the tasks that you partake in life. So if you're at your job and you're not appreciated, doesn't matter. You give your all because you're there. And that's what matters to you, about you having that personal pride to give your all regardless of the scenarios. You show up, you give it your all. And then what happens is that type of behavior of you day in and day out at your job, for example, giving it your all, that will seep into your consciousness. And then when you leave your job and you go to the gym, you give your all. When you go home to your wife or your girlfriend or your husband, you give your all. When you go pursue your dreams, you're giving your all. Does that make sense? Develop that habit of giving more than what you're paid for and giving it your all anywhere that you go, with any field, with any portion of your life, because every aspect of your life will benefit from it. Does that make sense, Cameron? So you can't look for evidence of what are you going to get from the situation when you give, because then you're not being genuine. You're not genuinely giving. So you have to give with that expectation, and you have to develop the habit of giving your all, regardless. And you give your all because it's your personal pride on the line, not because you want praise from your boss or a raise or your lover to do this thing because you gave them flowers and chocolates. They don't need to do anything except say thank you. You know what I mean? So I hope that helps, man. Give the video a like, rate me back, let me know if that helps as well too. Subscribe to the channel. As always, you know, we gotta keep hustling for happiness, as always. I'm tired right now, but I made a commitment, and I am committed to my commitment of uploading 2 videos a day, regardless of what is happening. And yeah, we got one more week of me doing that, actually. One more week of doing 2 videos a day. So thanks for watching, guys. I love you all. Keep hustling for happiness. Peace.